Hello trader, this is USDJPY. Before focusing this pair, I want to teach you one secret. This is a secret no one wants you to know, and it's a secret that once I teach you, it's gonna enlighten you. It's gonna show you something about the market, something about the charts, and no one wants you to know this, but I'm gonna be teaching you this. This is something that I only teach in the inner circle. And it's one of our powerful concepts that we use in the inner circle to make forecasts. So I'll be teaching you this, and it's just one single powerful concept, and there's more, but I'm gonna be teaching you just this one powerful concept. In the market, usually when you get an impulse, it's followed by a corrective structure, then an impulse move, like that. An impulse move, then a corrective structure, then another impulse move. And usually this impulse move, it's usually the same size as this impulse move. Now let me prove that to you. You see, we got this impulse move, and we're getting this bigger corrective structure all the way up to around this area. Now if you use this tool to measure this movement and you put it here, you'd realize that it's about the same size. This movement, it's about the same size. Now I'll prove it to you maybe 3 times or 4 times just on this chart, just on USDJPY. I'm not going to go to any chart, I'm just going to be on this chart. Now if you look into this movement here, impulse move, corrective structure, then another impulse move. Now if you look into this, you'd realize that if you calculate this movement from here, it's about the same size as this movement from here. You see, are you seeing that? Impulse move, corrective structure, then impulse move. Like I said, no one wants you to know this. Now because you've been my loyal followers and you've been liking and commenting on my videos, I'm gonna be showing you just this one powerful concept, and it's gonna help you. So even if you go here, you look at this is a corrective structure, but this is a different form of a corrective structure. Now in the inner circle we cover different forms of corrective structures, so I'm not going to be dwelling much on that, but I'm going to be just showing you this powerful concept. This is an impulse move, and then if you look into this, it's a corrective structure. And then if you check this out, this impulse move from here to here is the same size, about the same size as this from here to here. It's about the same size. Now you're seeing impulse move, corrective structure, and impulse move. Now I can still go back on history just to prove to you this a little bit more. Let me just move back. Now if you look into this movement here, this impulse move, it's starting from here up all the way up to around this area. You start to see that we're getting a corrective structure like this, corrective structure. Now if you calculate this movement from here, this movement from here, and then all the way up to this area like this, you start to see that it's around the same movement, this movement, and then all the way up to this movement. Now this just this on this pair, which is USDJPY, it shows you that what I was saying when I said usually when we get an impulse move, we get a corrective structure, then another impulse move of similar size. I just proved that to you right now. So based on this pair USDJPY, you can go on other charts and you just try to find this out. You'll realize that what I just forecasted for you, what I just revealed to you, is actually true. Now if you want to learn more powerful techniques that we use in wave analysis, in smart money, don't hesitate to make contact. Our details are provided on the description of this video. You can contact through WhatsApp or maybe email if you like. So before we wasting any more time, let's focus USDJPY. Now for USDJPY, we've got an impulse move here, we're getting a corrective structure, but there's a steep corrective structure, and there's a likely chance to get this up move here, breaking this previous high like that. There's a likely chance to break previous high, and then there's a likely chance that from here we may get a drop, or we may have price moving down like this, then one more up to around this area, breaking this previous high, then we can get another drop here, breaking low and breaking low and breaking low. that is on USDJPY. This is NZDUSD, NZDUSD. Now for NZDUSD, let me just show you something here. You see, we recently got an impulse move. What's going on here? This is a corrective structure, and we're getting another drop like that, another drop like that. So here, what we can expect, since we broke this previous low, and price got to this point, just before moving any further, I think that we got this impulse move. We're getting a corrective structure like this. This is a bigger corrective structure like this, and we get the same size impulse move here like this. This is the tip that I wanted you to know. You see, it's still on NZDUSD. It's all over this charts. It's all over this charts. And if you learned something today, if you learned something powerful, something that's different, don't hesitate to make a comment, to comment on the video, and like and recommend this channel to any of your friends, any of your family members, so that they too can take advantage of this information here, this knowledge that you just learned today. So before we waste any more time, let's continue on NZDUSD. Now if you look into this pair NZDUSD, we have price giving an impulse, we're getting a corrective structure, we're getting a drop here, and then if let's go to the 1 day time frame. If we go to the 1 day time frame, are you realizing that we got an impulse move, we got a corrective structure, we're getting another drop here, breaking this low, and what's happening here? We have a bigger impulse move, we have a corrective structure. So we're expecting price to either give up, slightly break this previous high, and then give one big drop like that. Give one big drop. This is on the 1 day time frame, this is on the long term, and then there's a chance that we might just get just a little bit of turbulence here, then move lower like that, breaking this previous low, breaking this previous low. That is on NZDUSD. You can expect this on NZDUSD. You can expect a drop. You can expect a drop like that. This is NZDCHF. Now for NZDCHF, we are expecting price to give an up move like this, give an up move like this, break this previous high, break this previous high, and break this previous high. This is an expectation like that, just like this, break this previous, all these previous highs up to around this area. Then what we may have here, we can have something like this, we can have something like this. Then from here we might get a drop, but if we get this impulse move, we'll be letting you know what's next from this point. So what can happen here, let's just go back to the 4 hour. So what can happen here, we can have an up move like this, then get something like this, then this is when we can start to move up like that. That's on NZDCHF. This is focused based on structure. It's based on structure. It's based on the techniques that we have in the inner circle, that are taught in the inner circle. So if we get this, we're expecting something like this, then we get an up move. These are our secrets that we kind of like used to focus in the inner circle. This is NZDJPY. Now for NZDJPY, we're expecting an up move here, breaking previous high. That is expected, and then after breaking this previous high, we can be sharing with you the next move. So right around this area, there's a possibility that this can move down and break this previous low, but right around the zone here, you should know that we might get an impulse move like this, then maybe get a corrective structure, then price may head up like this. So it might move like something like this until we slightly break this previous high. So that is what we have on NZDJPY. On this pair we have GBPUSD. Now for GBPUSD, we recently got this drop, and we're getting this up, we're getting this drop, we're getting this. So right, what's happening here? Impulse move. Price can move like this, and then from here we have a sudden up, breaking high, and then we get a drop here like this, breaking low. So this is possible. It's a highly possible move. So you should be on the lookout for that. And you see, when we're focusing, whenever we're focusing a pair, we combine all the powerful techniques that we have or that are at our disposal to kind of like focus with the highest level of accuracy, combining these concepts. Because if you have a bunch of powerful concepts, the moment you use them or you combine them together, you get what you call correlation. And then when this powerful concept correlates, when they both agree, or when they all agree, you're able to kind of like get the prediction of where the market is going at a higher level of accuracy. It's better than when you just rely on one concept. But if you have some powerful concepts and then you join them together, you get accuracy higher. You get your accuracy higher. So I'm not saying you get 100% accuracy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it would give you'll get better information from the market. So that was on GBPUSD. This is EURAUD. Now for EURAUD, we were expecting to get a pivot here, right around here, but due to a slight change of structure, we got an extension here, and this extension still, it's not a surprise, because if you look into the bigger structure, you realize that there's a different form of a corrective structure which this whatever we're getting transitioned into. So that is why you realize that we got one more drop, and then now price is starting to pull up. So what can happen here, we can expect price to move like this, but the direction is up. So we can have price moving up, corrective, up to around this area, breaking this previous high. That's possible. It's very possible. That's on EURAUD. This is EURAUD. Now for EURAUD, you see we're getting price moving like this. This is what you can expect. We can expect price to break this previous high like this, break previous high, and then give a drop like this, just slightly break the slope and break the slope here. And then if you look into this from here, we'll be updating you on what's next. But as of now, we can have price moving like this, giving corrective structure. There's a possibility, give a corrective structure and give an up move, break this previous high, and then we can get this drop from here. Are you seeing that? We can either move like this and then up, breaking high and then getting this drop, or we can follow this route, corrective structure, impulse move, then getting this drop like that. So price has alternatives to give either one. There's other routes that are possible, but those routes are less likely. So let's not talk about that for now, but there's a chance that you can follow other routes that are not mentioned here, because there's a chance that structure can change, and when you make a forecast, you need to be considering those facts that structure can change. And if structure changes, what does it change to? You see, if you have those questions and you are trading knowing that this is what can happen, and if it happens like this is how I'll be prepared for that. So this is EURAUD. This is EURGBP. Now for EURGBP, expect a corrective structure here, then an up move like this, and slightly break this previous high, and we can have a corrective structure up, and then this would just be one big corrective structure like this. And then from here we'll be letting you know, we'll be telling you what's next from this point here. Right now we are focusing on the up move. Keep in mind that you see that we did mention this correction, and then up, correction, up. There's a chance that we might get price just maybe shooting up, then just giving just like corrective structures like this, and then this would just look like one big impulse. So for you to be able to kind of like see whatever is happening here, you kind of need to shift lower to the lower time frames to be able to see what's really happening. This is CDJPY. Now for CDJPY, we got an impulse move up, and then we are getting price moving like this, of which this is something that is covered in our inner circle, and then we're getting a drop, and then we're having price moving up, then we're getting a drop again. So this is a movement that was expected. It was even covered on our Monday structure breakdown in the inner circle, that we're expecting a drop. The drop is still expected here to break low and break this low and break this low here, like that. And then from around this area you can expect an up move. There's things that are expected on CDJPY. This is AUDJPY. Now for AUDJPY, we are expecting to get a corrective structure here, just a slight corrective structure maybe, because this previous week we did focus to you that there's a chance we were expecting a corrective structure, then a drop, and that's exactly what we're getting, as you're seeing. And then from here we can either get just maybe one corrective structure and then get one more drop, or there's a possibility, a high possibility, because this is an obvious area that price has to move up. You might just get a manipulation here before heading up, but the direction is up. We're expecting an up move to break high, and break high. So around this zone, how you make an entry, that's your own business. How you look for an entry here, that's your own business. You might get some manipulation here, you might get price playing around, giving a drop, but whatever happens, the main direction is up here. The main direction is up. That's on AUDJPY. Now, so that you don't get too much to digest, we shared with you a lot of information that's really good, and so that you don't have too much to digest, we'll just end this video here and just try to look into the charts and try to see if what we shared with you is something that you are relating with. So before ending this video, I would like to remind you, if you are interested in learning more of our concepts, our strategies in the inner circle, the wave analysis, smart money, to better your trading and to make yourself a more independent trader, don't hesitate to make contact with us. The description of this video has our email and it has our WhatsApp. So see you on the next video.